Okay, what an honor it is to be here to present the dollarization discipline for the Know to Win Challenge finale. I'd like to thank all my competitors for making it through a journey. It has been a journey, about 5 months. I think we started in September, so it's good to be here today and have everyone's attention to talk about the dollarization discipline by Jeffrey Fox. The dollarization discipline is a path towards profit contribution. I think it's perfect timing for this since we're now getting paid our comp plans off of our contribution to PC. Selling on price alone has to come to a halt. Quantify time into dollars. We are now selling money. It doesn't matter what our product is. When you're talking about dollarization discipline, we could be selling light bulbs, shampoo, or paint. When we're following dollarization, if we do it properly and quantify that value, we are now selling money. We just have to help our customers cross that bridge over the chasm to learn that it's not about the cost of a gallon of paint. And if we're good at what we're doing during the discovery phases, as we've learned in Miller Hyman, we will search out and find the need behind the need, and we will tap into that. Dollarization is going to have some strikeouts at times, just like that professional baseball player that has a successful career. He might be batting over 300. That also means that 2 out of 3 times he got up, he did not get on base. Whether he got a hit, whether he got hit, or got a base on balls. If his on-base percentage is what it needs to be and his batting average is over 300, he's successful. The key here is to, at times when things seem to be balanced and you're making your way down the path, if your end user or your contractor just cannot understand the dollarization and sees no value in the program, it might be time to move on. Dollarization, when properly implemented, will allow you to maximize your efforts in selling. I've put 3 scenarios up on the screen. Old school selling is going to be the old proverb of a smoke, a joke, and a Coke. That sales had no plan predicating the arrival of the salesperson. Very low impact, and sometimes that organic growth that comes from just being out in the market can happen. If you're in national corporate accounts, you can probably filter your way through with that type call 5 and 10 years into your career and do a couple $1,000,000 in sales. Transactional selling. Now you've moved to credibility, where your client not only knows who you are and what you do from a visibility standpoint, but you'll send them the deal of the week transaction and you kind of go about your day by whichever way the wind blows, or whoever calls on my phone will dictate my path and where I'm going down the road. When you move over to dollarization, the same amount of effort, you're now working smarter, not harder. We'll show you about 40 to 50% growth year over year, and you'll be at a $4.4 million effort with 2.3 million in PC percent and a net earnings of peaking right up over $1 million. Now you've arrived, and that's what you want. There's only 3 reasons that your client is buying, and they're the same no matter what the sales cycle of the product is. Your client is buying to realize a gain, to avoid a loss, or it may just be because it simply feels good, like those sports cars some people buy they don't need, that type thing. Either way, this is just the beginning, and while you're discovering your client's needs, we're going to walk down the path of what dollarization looks like and how the phylogeny of the process falls into place. Dollarization, walking down the path. Just by having the initial appointment, you're already seen as a trusted advisor, or you wouldn't be given the time. Now we let our Miller Hyman techniques come into play with discovery and getting mutual acceptance to move along down an agenda. Remember, you are an orchestrator of an allocentric network, and that means every node in the network, from your client to the applicator that you want to bring to the table to your color and rendering consultant, is a part of that network. The network value has to have priceless interpretation. Otherwise, you will be just selling on price of a gallon of paint. As you move from trusted advisor to consultant, ask too many questions, listen more, talk less, and then wait for it. This is where a lot of salespeople that like to talk a lot, not me though, as you can tell, I don't like to talk. Now you transfer over into the selling of money. What is the value of time? A lot of times, taking time and turning it into dollars will equate to a real-time need. This is where a lot of salespeople kind of fall, and they let the process fall stagnant. When you turn into a rainmaker, you are now having value realization and dollar translation. Here's what it looks like when I do it. Must qualify to create true value. Urban Air Trampoline Parks has given me all of their Sherwin-Williams crossovers. I'm trying to pull a program together for them. And initially, to get them over the hump of paying $1 less a gallon than what my comparable product is for Speed High Zero, I had to put a dollarization grid together for them, which I'm going to hand out here when I'm done with the presentation. But I had to show them that I'm going to cover more square foot per gallon, therefore use less product. And I'll just touch on the labor, which we don't have in here, but just in product alone, the total savings, as you can see, because I'm going to get the job done for one 55,000 square foot urban air trampoline park at 436 gallons. My competitor's product is 543. That is 25 less fives that have to be touched and handled, in addition to $1,168 less spent per new build. We're at 56 stores right now. We're going to go to 260 by the end of the term of the contract. So I quantify that out. Take the savings, 1,168 times 200, and we're at $233 in savings over the life of the program. Not to mention the 22 to 25 less 5-gallon buckets that a man has to handle or pick up or put on a pallet or go put into his Graco unit to spray. There's going to be labor savings as well. Now this next slide, basically I'm just going to touch on 3 points, and then I'm going to go into a little special offering. We cannot play the game if we don't know the score. Miller Hyman's going to have to kick in, the need behind the need, use the skills that we've learned to move forward in the process. We have to become a consultative extension of our client's company. They will have to see value in the dollarized system, or we need to move on. Salesforce implementation will be key and vital. They're going to have to know how to dollarize and not just sell the cost of a gallon of paint. So right now I've got a little video that I put together to kind of embed inside of the PowerPoint. I wanted to use those skills that we learned in our Linda trainings off of LinkedIn. So now I'm going to hit play and let a little 2-minute video kind of wrap up the rest of my presentation. So are there any questions up to this point? Okay. All right, here we go. Enjoy. Okay, so now I'm going to pass out the Urban Air dollarization grid that I put together and try to help our clients see value beyond the cost of a gallon of paint. If we don't help them see that, the contractor will take over and deliver the wrong message. So, and I'll also take any questions that anyone may have while I hand these out. And thank you for the opportunity to present and to be a finalist in the Know to Win Challenge. Thank you.